Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ella. Before we get started with your reading, there's a few things I want to mention, so please don't skip this intro if you can, because this is very important that we are on the same page. So this reading is labeled as Soulmate Twin Flame. However, a few things that I want to make sure you understand before kind of like watching this reading is that I personally do not really identify with labels. I think that a lot of things that come with labels sometimes can be extremely damaging to people who could be a little bit lost with, certain connections they have, and there's a lot of, dogmas that come with certain specific labels. And the reason why I'm doing this reading is because I know that I have some tools which are very important, that I share them, such as astrology, some Kabbalistic meditations when doing readings for specific, very deep soul connections with individuals have, which you can label as soulmate, twin flame, whatever. I personally don't label them. I don't see there's any difference. There is sometimes a soul tie, and we as humans don't really always know if they are other half of our soul or not. This is something like I studied different things such as Zohar, different Kabbalistic interpretations of soulmates, and it always says there that humans, I think even in some sources even saying that even like angels don't have this information. There's actually a verse that talks about how it's only like the creator knows who's each other's like other half of soul. So this is very important. So please don't ask me questions such as, oh, is this person my twin flame, or they are my soulmate, or they are my karmic. You will not hear me using words such as karmic. You will not hear me saying things like, oh, maybe they're not a twin flame but just a soulmate, because for me personally there is no difference between these two things. There is deep soul connections that we have with people for certain reasons, and it's up to us to just learn from it and see where it can take us. Next, you will also not hear me using terms such as divine masculine, divine feminine, separation, and all of the lingo that comes with typical twin flame readings. And you may ask, why am I doing these readings again? Well, first of all, a lot of people were really asking me to start uploading them because they felt that the readings I was doing was very different from what other readers put out there. Again, because I kind of don't really get stuck on this separation, but I go kind of like analyzing a little bit more just a soul connection, what's actually happening, what are the triggers. Astrologically, we can see a lot of times when there is some kind of aspects between our north and south node with the other person, we can figure out a little bit what are the soul lessons that come with it. So I usually focus on that, and I personally just felt that the knowledge I have will benefit some people. And the reason why I'm still labeling the video title like this is because for some people who don't know, they're searching for this type title so they can find it, and hopefully will help them. I had to remove my ego out of the equation of what I personally think about it and just focus on I have certain knowledge that I've learned, and I need to share it, I guess, because I'm still on a certain path. And also something I wanted to mention, by the way, is that I offer a twin flame special reading, which is, I don't tell you if this person is your soulmate, twin flame, all of these things you will not hear me say. What I will look at is your date of birth, their date of birth, your astrological specific things. With Kabbalistic astrology, I look at specific things which indicate certain soul tie and what is the triggers, what is the lessons, what possible movement forward. So anyway, guys, I hope this clarifies some thoughts, some questions you had maybe, and anyway, let's get started with your reading. Hi Scorpio, so let's get started with your reading. This is gonna be the energy, the lessons, that goes all the way from May, maybe tapping into a little bit June. Anytime really you feel drawn to this reading. I am gonna mention maybe some specific transits astrologically that stand out to me. However, if you, let's say, find this video later on, don't be so stuck, just kind of dismiss maybe information about the transits and focus on the message. So anyway, Scorpio, let's see, I have so many cards here, I have nowhere to put them. Hope you've been well, Scorpios. And again, this reading is when you have a deep connection with someone. Some of you may label it soulmate, this and this and that. It doesn't have to be though, it could be just a deep connection. Those connections you cannot explain, you don't understand, they provoke deep feelings in you. There is deep passion, there is deep synchronicity, all of these different things happening, and you don't understand, and you start thinking, oh, maybe they are this, maybe they are that. So don't focus on the label so much, focus more on, what is the spiritual meaning behind it. Where are you invited to go? Here we go. First card, Three of Swords. This is the first side of the connection. Somebody here is experiencing intense heartbreak. Let's look at the second side. We have here the Hermits. Why am I not surprised? I sometimes identify also with the Scorpio energy, as I'm Scorpio rising. So if you see me doing any kind of grimaces, hope it doesn't freak you out. It's just I am feeling moved sometimes when I read the energy. Connective energy is Knight of Swords just came out. So my dear Scorpios, I see that there is two people in this connection right now. I feel like both are not together. Possibly the person you're thinking of, you're not together with them. One person here could have Gemini moon or Virgo moon, or have Gemini rising, Virgo rising. Something somewhere in your synastry chart there is Gemini and there is Virgo. I'm seeing it from the number 9 Hermit, and I'm seeing it from number 3, it's Gemini for me here. I feel like there is a person here who really feels heartbroken, and the thing is, like, they could be also around rain, it's rainy, it's cloudy where they are. I feel this is not your typical heartbreak. This is a heartbreak which is important to resolve, because this heartbreak often manifests as anger, some kind of like, it's not like you're sitting, if it's your side, it could be their side by the way too. It's not like a person is sitting here and crying and just like, oh, I'm heartbroken. This went, I feel like, because the pain of this connection, of the separation from this connection was so intense, this heartbreak kind of shape-shifted into something of its own. It's almost like it could have, maybe some people felt shut down completely, they shut down their emotions completely, maybe other people laughed it off, became a little bit erratic with their emotions. Some other people maybe just went into the energy of anger, but I feel like it's a heartbreak which shifted its shape, its form, because it triggered some really deep wound also within you. And it's like, I feel like for different people it's going to be different energy, but I sense that basically this is a heartbreak that also is shape-shifting. I hope I'm not butchering this word, I think this is what you use it for. It's a heartbreak that's almost like masked under something. And why I'm saying it's important to resolve it is because I feel like it's even in your body. Like when you do certain physical, maybe exercise or dance or whatever, sometimes you might feel actually the emotion coming out, because it's actually, I feel like for some of you or person you're dealing with, it could be even in the energy of a body. So it's important to do some kind of emotional freedom techniques such as tapping, Reiki, I don't know, maybe if you practice certain types of yoga, it could help also release that. So there is definitely, to not have any further consequences, it's important to monitor like where in your heart, where in your body you feel this energy of pain, of heartbreak, of disappointments, because it's important to basically remove it. It's nothing scary, it's nothing bad, it's more like it's just important to, like a toxin, you know, when you ate something wrong, it's important to get it out of your system. That's what I'm seeing from this side. Again, Scorpio, it could be your side, could be a person you are dealing with. Now on the second side of this connection we have the Hermit card. So this is the person who feels very much alone. It could be you, could be a person you're dealing with, and this person went on the journey. I feel like this person spends a lot of time on themselves, I want to say, on their own. Maybe they are meditating, maybe they are kind of reviewing their life choices, maybe they just feel, maybe somebody here actually changed in the way they look as well. They started like a spiritual path of some level, like they started, maybe they, like, I feel like they just going very much inwards. Again, could be you, could be a person you're dealing with. And I feel like they're spending a great deal of time alone right now. It's not like that they necessarily share the same heartbreak as you are, if it's them, because I feel like it's their energy more. It's more like they're reflecting on a lot of life choices that they've made. Somehow a connection you two have, as much as one person here tried to show like it didn't really care, like I'm all logical and it doesn't bother me because I didn't do anything wrong, triggered something in them, moved something in them. They thought maybe they don't care at all. They thought maybe they only care about themselves. However, it showed for somebody here a different side of things. Maybe for people who are less connected to their heart, this connection somehow, the energy that came out of this connection provoked changes in their life, whether it's business, maybe even somebody had business losses here, or some kind of reality check in life, in a position where they have in life. And they thought that could it be maybe because I treated this other person that way, or somehow, like, I don't know, it's not necessarily even that somebody here treated another person poorly, but there's something that happened, whether it was directly related to you or not, that basically made them really start thinking what are they doing with their life? Like, are they going in the right direction? Can they continue going in the direction? It could even be for some people, let's say if they've been living a lifestyle that wasn't the healthiest, they started seeing the consequences. You know how they say, right? You see like people party and look great, but you know how long it's gonna continue. Which is why whenever I party, I only drink water, you know, coconut water. It's a great life hack, how you can, you know, not be affected by anything. And again, for some people it was you who affected them like this, maybe. Also they felt the heartbreak. But for others, it's not necessarily you or even a love relationship for this person, but it's just certain things they've been doing for a while started taking a toll on them for this person. So they're on the search now, on the journey. So I'm seeing here a person who has heartbreak that closed their heart. You know, it's important that the heart is open, because when the heart is open, this is how we manifest things into this world. Part of it, of course, there's sacral part, but heart is one of the like manifesting places. When the heart is not open, very hard to manifest things into physical reality. So there is a side that needs, I think, to assess how the pain that they felt affecting their body or life. Maybe you already went through this, maybe you're going through this now. And there is another side here who has started seeing how their actions are taking a toll on their life, and I feel like they are on a deep journey within now. Now, the connective energy came out here as the Knight of Swords. I'm actually going to clarify this card. Let's see, Queen of Pentacles from the bottom. 2 more. Okay, and we have here 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Very interesting connective energy. It's almost like there is no necessarily direct communication, but there is a desire to say a lot to each other. They have something to tell you, I'm sure, where they feel like, oh, you didn't understand, it was not, you know, blah, blah. Maybe you have a lot to tell also to them, but I feel like it all kind of doesn't really go anywhere. Also, I feel like there could be third parties involved, not as a meaning cheating third party, but more like maybe a friend is involved, somebody to work together is involved, some audience for some of you is involved. I don't know if you're like famous or something watching me. 5, number 5. Why is number 5 here? Something that happened 5 months ago for some of you. Also 3 and 2. So for some of you it could be 3 months ago something happened, and in 2 months situation is coming to some kind of resolution. For others it could be 2 months ago something happened, and in 3 months you see resolution. There is some kind of game between 2 and 3. I don't know what that is. Movement there also. To the east? Oh no, it's west. West energy. But there is also a conflict, a bit of an animosity that exists between 2 people, which is important to resolve as well. It's like, I feel like on your side, maybe you were more focused, if you are the 3 of Swords, on your side there is more focus on work, there is focus on stability, on grounding yourself as much as you can. On their side, whoever is the Hermit here, there is this energy of 10 of Wands, of feeling burdened, of feeling responsible, feeling guilt as well. But also in the middle is this 3 of Pentacles, which is rebuilding the foundation, building something together, really. And then I say that you're building something together. For some of you, you will literally be building something together with this person, whether you're building the foundation of a relationship or working on something. For other people, I feel like, again, you somehow energetically inspire or activate each other. It's almost like maybe since you came into their life, they went, you know, on their career mission or whatever. And since somebody here also has troubles breathing, I feel like this side, and also on your side, like you also probably, since you met this person, you got activated on some level and started doing things you always wanted to. They gave you that courage, they gave you that validation maybe, or maybe they didn't give you validation and that pushed you. Something happened, but you activated each other, whatever you did to each other. Whether you inspired each other or gave each other words of encouragement and support, or whether you didn't validate each other and actually triggered each other's self-confidence issues, both of you on some level went, I think, on certain path you are supposed to be on. So this is good. How are they feeling about you? We have here Ace of Cups. Wow. That was loud and clear. Ace of Cups, this person been growing feelings is also the phrase that came in. Their feelings been growing. Also Hermit is Virgo and Ace of Cups is Fish, so Pisces. So their love, their feelings were growing to a person they love. They've been also learning compassion, forgiveness. Somebody here maybe on a path of even, you know, Fish is Christianity usually, or some kind of Christ consciousness kind of thing, divine love. How are you feeling about them? Let's see, huh? Seven of Swords. Some people here, usually it's the other way around, right? But here it's changed, devil's turned, right? With Seven of Swords energy, you could be watching them but never admitting it to them, and also to yourself, possibly even. Maybe you don't want to admit your own feelings to yourself because there is heartbreak, so there is pain, and you don't want to admit to yourself that, you know what, I still feel this. I hate myself maybe for feeling this. I hate you for feeling this. But there is honestly some kind of, this Three of Swords is not your typical heartbreak. It's some kind of anger I'm feeling there. Anger in the heart area. Feeling like they're wronged you in some way. Which is why Seven of Swords energy is happening, where it's like you want to admit to yourself what you really feel. But I feel like they are now actually growing into their feelings. Again, energies could shift. You guys know it's general reading here. I'm just kind of flowing with whatever message I'm getting. So, you know, may resonate or not. Let's see what else. How are you showing up for them? What do they see you like as now? Knight of Wands, they see you as guarded. They are also, they see you two ways it can go, maybe both. They see you as guarded, and for some people they are even afraid of you a little bit more, maybe especially if you're angry at them. They're like, oh shit, if I, sorry for cursing, but like, if I go there now, like I gotta get beat, you know, with the Nine of Wands and Ten of Wands energy, especially. Maybe it's also a part of their burdens. 9 to the 10 here. Let's see how you see in their energy. Nine of Cups. I feel like still on some level you do see them as this person you always wished for. Whatever you like, I feel like you're struggling with admitting this to yourself possibly. So it's, again, it doesn't resonate not for you, but if you know I'm talking to you, it's like, you know, there was that old song, you all I ever wanted, something like that. But you're like, but how come did you do this to me? Because you do feel like that they were that wish you had. They were that what you were wishing for. What you really prayed for some of you. You really prayed a lot for this connection. So you still see them as your wish. So let's look at these things here. And by the way, when I do Twin Flame special for you, I kind of will go through the same questions. Let's look at what is the blockage, what maybe possible way to resolve it as well, and what would they tell you. So first let's look at the blockage. What is the blockage, if anything? What is in the challenge? You want to call it this way. Challenge, Six of Cups. I knew this card was gonna come out, oh my god. Inner child wounds. Really, two children here, a boy and a girl. The blockage here, I mean, for some of you it could be something like you have children from other partners, but I feel like more than anything, because honestly, when people are healed, even if they have children from other partners, they find a way to deal with it. I know a lot of people who on their second, third marriages, they have kids from that marriage, and everyone is happy because they're very balanced and not judgmental of anything. So of course it could be a challenge, but I think more than anything, it's the childhood wounds that torture us if we don't figure out what to do with them. It's also Six of Cups here, past life connection, yes. Yes, because Six of Cups is one of the cards that show like a past life for me. So it could be something you guys been dealing already from the past life. That's why you maybe can't even rationalize why they provoke these feelings that they provoke. And they can't also rationalize why you provoke these weird feelings they haven't used, because it comes from the past life. But also another thing, with the Six of Cups energy, this is about childhood wounds. This is about how they were hurt as a child, which still manifests in their adult life and in their intimate relationships, and how you were also hurt as a child. That manifests, you know, as a trigger point in your intimate relationships. And really, the key to reconcile here is just to, I don't know, like connect to this inner child, heal this inner child, look at everything, not through you did this and you did that and this was wrong, that was wrong, but look at them as an innocent child and look at this innocent child within yourself, and maybe do in a meditation how these two children just forgive each other, play, you know, share joy, and say, I'm sorry, really say, I'm sorry. Eight of Swords, because this is exactly what's, you may be not seeing that, but this is exactly what's kind of preventing you to see and preventing them to see. It's almost like feeling blocked, but there is nothing really blocking it. It's just in the mind. It needs to be resolved from the mind. Nine of Pentacles. Understanding also, you can be okay on your own. So if you choose to be with somebody, it's because you want them. You want to share. You don't want to invite somebody, you know, lack attracts more lack. You want to feel whole, and you want to both be from this place where you're both feeling whole. You want to create that perfect, you know, union of two energies, like sharing what you have. Like you are happy, you have amazing things in your life, but you can be happier together, you know, with the unity. Also, again, month of September is very important here. Something about the letter 9. I mean, we're in 2009. Not too much. Although the moon, again, is a confirmation of Six of Cups here. Seven of Wands. Stop feeling so defensive. Everyone here is defensive. Everyone here is afraid to let their guard down because they're afraid to be hurt. They're afraid to be hurt. The fear of being hurt, because there is inner wound that still is not healed, inner aggression, inner pain. One last card for any advice, how to heal the blockage. Five of Pentacles. Start maybe by really making your life as abundant as you can, feeling as confident as you can. Give yourself the best of whatever you can give yourself. Nutrition, work on your business, whatever will make you feel more confident in yourself. I don't know, for some people, they identify with their body image. So I don't know, I'm not saying that it makes you or breaks you, but I know by myself that as much as I don't care about being skinny or whatever, whenever I just work on my body from a holistic perspective, whenever I eat good, whenever I practice yoga, I look better, of course, too, when I do these things, but I just feel a little more confident, so there's nothing wrong with it. And I feel like when you both are in a place where you're more confident, more abundant, you will also be more self-confident and less in the energy of, am I good enough, blah, 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 and feeling more open and feeling more like wanting to have fun, life is good kind of thing. Now let's try to see what this person would tell you if they could. Should I use same deck? Should I use another deck? Let's use a different deck. Now what they tell you, from their higher self, of course. Queen of Pentacles. So a special message for you also have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or they do in their chart. Six of Swords. And Seven of Cups. Let me see, hold on. The Fool and the Magician. Okay, very interesting. So this is a very interesting energy. With this Queen of Pentacles here again could be special message if you are Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, if they have this in the placement, or if they were dealing also with an individual like that. Because I feel like if they had something, whether it was a job or a person that they had in their life, they recently left something with the Six of Swords. They recently left that connection or a job, whatever it was. And you would be happy maybe to hear this. However, I feel like this person right now is super confused. Because I think this person, it wasn't like about that they had this deep love or anything. It was more like a very practical thing that kept them grounded. It's almost like maybe their life is chaotic in general, but this individual or the job or whatever provided some degree of structure. Something that it felt like, okay, I know this thing is real in my life. Like all of this merry-go-round, different things, la la la, I don't know what's real, but there was something real there, which is why they left it, because obviously it wasn't for them, you know, it wasn't the right reason to stay with the person or even with the job. And now there is a situation where they are confused. They're so confused right now, whether they made the right choice, whether they're on the right track, how you feel about them, how they feel about you, what's going on, all of that energy. But, however, this is where their true path starts. When everything confused, you know how they say, like, it's like when you feel like you're lost, at your most lost, this is when this true spiritual path starts. Some sages sometimes even say that the moments when they felt like nothing made sense in their life, completely couldn't make sense of their life, they were the most valuable for their spiritual growth. They were the most valuable for just, you know, their connection to the divine. And I feel like this person has possibly started a new path recently. With a Fool, because the Fool begins his journey with a 0 card here. It's a card of unlimited potential. It's a card of also coming in full circle and kind of like being reborn in this world as their true identity, as their true soul. They are somewhere in, you know, I don't know which exactly thing is happening now, but this is the path that I'm seeing, that they're showing me. The innocence is reborn. Maybe they have changed a lot since they were young. Maybe they adopted a new identity to fit in the society. Maybe they're in a competitive job where they have to look certain way, they have to project certain persona, they have to be certain way. So they had to adopt some kind of mask as part of their identity, and this has taken a life of its own. It made them even change as a person. They became maybe a bit more arrogant. But I feel like recently they reconnected to who they were before all of this, I don't know, confusion came in, who they used to be, like their true self. Maybe even how they look started being more like they looked then. Something about appearance and style also is important here, I don't know why. And their innocence is coming back. Maybe they also reconnected with their old friends or people they used to be connected before but kind of kept less, you know, contact later. With the Magician card here, this is where also they start to see, because 0 is 0 and 1 is 1, so it's a fool's journey. With the Magician, they start learning about, you know, different elements at their disposal, different energies they can work with. How can they make the journey? What is there, especially 1, like if 2 High Priestess represents the female principles, 1 represents the male principle, the you know, the man. So they're connecting to the male essence within them. Interesting. So I guess they maybe want to tell you that they've been on a journey. I don't know. Let's see the possible outcome in the near future. Temperance. This card been coming up a lot. Ouch. Flout, Knight of Wands. Very Sagittarian-like energy. Sorry, cards flipped, but it's too much. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles bottom. I think what's the most, again, September month is important here, but also I feel there could be a Sagittarius in your life or their life. Maybe it's mutual friend, maybe something, some kind of significant person here. Jupiter and Sagittarius could also be representative of this energy. I feel like with the Temperance, there's a healing that's happening behind the scenes. There is just a lot of things. I feel like honestly, for some of you, this connection, like, you prayed for it, and that's the thing. We sometimes think that, like, you know, our prayers are not answered. We sometimes think that, oh, it's all BS, right? We prayed but nothing happened. However, like, what we don't often understand is that, especially if we work, I don't know, with whatever on your spirituality is, like maybe some of you pray, I don't know, there are saints in your religion, or specific angels, specific, I don't know, like whatever, you know, in different spiritualities, different people. For example, in Kabbalah, like, there is a tradition, you know, to go, you know, to grave of what's called tzaddikim, and also ask for, like, help with certain tests and challenges you have in life. Like, I have gone, for example, to a specific person in death anniversary to help me with my love life and a soulmate. So we often think that, oh, we prayed but nothing happened. But what we don't often understand is actually there is things that pushing us towards it, helping things, but we don't see it. So it's important to keep the faith and not say that, oh, it was all bullshit, nothing ever happened from that, because it does. There is things you just don't see, and you see how this angel here is balancing these two elements. It is there, and you feel this support, but maybe you don't know where it's coming from, but it's there. I really get this message very strongly. And with the Jupiter and Sagittarius, I feel like in this cycle of Jupiter and Sagittarius, this is a lot about, you know, Jupiter is usually an easy influence, but for whatever reason, I feel like for a lot of Scorpios, this is a test of faith. I also don't understand, honestly, why it's like this, but maybe before you can go to this really big expansion of luck and abundance and faith, your test kind of like, it's like your vessel is expanding, you're being a bit more tested. I don't know, I don't have an explanation, honestly, but I'm seeing this astrological energy here. And with the Knight of Wands, it's also about communication. This is about communication. Maybe you will be communicating with this person. Maybe there will be some important communication also on your way, which will clear up some things. But I feel like it's very important about the Sagittarius energy. Either Sagittarius friend, some Sagittarius person, maybe this transit of Jupiter and Sagittarius, maybe Sagittarius even season. Something about Sagittarius is here. And then of Pentacles, I feel like you will be in the near future kind of, I don't know, I feel like a lot of you are still staying single and just focusing on perfecting yourself, giving yourself the best, building the best life for yourself, honestly. Being who you always wanted to be is the phrase that comes in. Let's take an angel message, Scorpios. Let's see what comes from angels. Do I need to read it? The situation will improve. So whether it is meaning that you will come in contact with this person, or it's just meaning you will be happily moving on from whatever the connection is, the situation will improve. Have faith. Healing grief. Wow. Wow, these two cards, so powerful. Healing grief and the situation will improve. So I feel like you guys, I don't know, you and they even, maybe even this year, 2019, started with a lot of grief. And winter was rough, you know, coldest winter vibes. But at the same time, there was a lot of wisdom that came with it as well. So there is this energy of healing what you've lost, healing the heartbreak. It's not even about the cause of the heartbreak, but the heartbreak itself. I don't know if this makes sense. Almost like there was so much sadness that this sadness got its own sadness. You know how they say feelings have their own feelings. So there's this energy of healing this grief and also having faith that the situation will improve, because I'm telling you, I feel like somebody watching this here has put a lot of energy of prayer, energy of asking, you know, for help. And this again doesn't mean that, oh, this person will be given to you. It doesn't work like that. But let's say when we pray, I want to meet my soulmate, I want to meet a person I'll be together with. Doesn't mean that, okay, this person is going to be with you. They could be maybe not your soulmate, whoever it is. So it's almost like, you know, what you prayed for will come. It could be this person you're dealing with, it could be somebody else. But don't discount your faith, don't discount, let's say, the specific, you know, whoever, you know, you've been like connecting with, whether it's a teaching or whatever was helping you. Don't discount it. Don't say that, oh, it's all BS, I've trusted, I've prayed, but it doesn't work. Because I went through this too myself. And then I was like, what am I doing? Stupid. And don't discount it, because it's been helping you. It's been there with you all this time. Wow, this is emotional. I don't think I have anything to add for you, Scorpio, honestly. I gave you all my energy. I hope this is helpful. I know that maybe it's a very, my readings sometimes are very on the surface, sometimes they're super deep. I just honestly have no control over it. I kind of just roll with whatever comes. So I hope this was helpful, whether it was one person who resonated with it or a lot of people, I don't know. Again, I offer this as a private consultation. Only thing that I do also there that I don't do here, I go into your astrology chart, because in astrology chart we can see specific lessons you have with each other. And specific also soul ties through North and South Node. And some other, of course, things as well. So Scorpios, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want to book that reading, all the information is in the description box. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have Instagram, please follow me there. It's Astro in Wonderland. Thank you so much again. I wish you a busy month of May, June, whenever you watch this. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye, Scorpios.